Imagine this: you just got a new job and your boss hands you an Excel file filled with rows of data. You're expected to make sense of it, possibly do some analysis or provide some insight. Now, for you to be able to do any of this, you must first of all understand how to navigate Excel interface, where everything is, what the different tools do. In this video, I am going to teach you how to navigate and master Excel interface in just few minutes. Let's go. Welcome back. When you first open Excel, you are greeted by a window that may look a bit intimidating, but not to worry. It is quite easy to navigate when you know the key components. Up here is called the title bar. The title bar is where the name of your workbook is saved. It is where the name of your workbook is displayed. Now, this particular workbook, the name is Excel 2. So if I go ahead and rename this workbook, if I go ahead, okay, I'm just going to give it Excel 2. That's gonna sound crazy. SLT. Okay, let's go ahead and rename it. So it has changed from Excel 2 to Excel T. So that is what basically a title bar is. It displays the name of your workbook. Now, for beginners, the name workbook may sound strange, but not to worry. Before the end of this video, you're going to know what a workbook is. Just below the title bar is the ribbon. The ribbon is probably the most important part in Excel interface. Reason is because it contains all the command and the tools you're going to be using while working with Excel. Now, the ribbon is further divided into tabs. We have the Home tab, we have the Insert tab, we have the Page Layout tab, we have the Formula tab, and all this. So when you click on each tab, let's come to the Home tab, you will notice that they are further divided into groups. Groups like clipboard, font, alignment, numbers, and the rest of them. So all these tools here, are available for you to make use of when working, when working with your data. Above the ribbon is the quick access toolbar, which includes the handy shortcuts like the save, the undo, and the redo button. So if you're working on a particular workbook and you want to save, you can go ahead and click on the save, and it will save your work automatically. So let's just say we want to enter something like another name, Grace. Let's give Grace 2000. So we notice that we've given Grace 20,000 instead of 2,000. So we can go ahead and undo this so that we can put in the correct amount. So that is what the undo does for you. Now let's talk about workbooks and sheets. A workbook is a file that you are working in. Just like this file now that we are currently working in is called a workbook. A workbook further contains worksheets. By default, a workbook has only one sheet, just like this one. So if you want to add extra sheets, you can go ahead and click on this icon to add new sheets. So when you click on the icon, you will see that sheet 2 is added. You click on the other icon, sheet 3 is added. Do you get? So you can go back to your sheet 1 or sheet 2. So let's go back to our sheet 1. So In the case you want to rename your sheet, you can double click on the sheet and give it a name. What am I going to give it? Let's give it Excel. Oh God, I love Excel tutorial. Tutorial. So our sheet 1 is Excel tutorial. So our sheet 2, we can give it like dash. We can give it what are we going to give it? Data set. Our sheet 3, we can go ahead and give it like dashboard. Have you seen how organized they are with their names? So this is it for your workbook and your worksheet. Now that we've talked about the sheet, let us focus on the actual sheet layout. Now, the spreadsheet is organized in columns and in rows. The columns are labeled in letters. We have letter A, B, C, D, and so on. So these are the columns, and these are the rows. The rows are labeled by numbers. 1, 2, 3, and so on are the rows. Now, the box here, the different box here you see here is called the cell, or better say the intersection of the column and the row is called a cell. Now, cells are being referenced by the column and the row. So when you click on a particular cell, you'll find the referencing on the name box. You can observe that our active cell is F5. You get, our active cell is X5. So if you want to enter data on a particular cell, you can go ahead and click on it. So when you click on it, the cell becomes active, meaning that it is ready to accept data. So you can go ahead and click anything at all, any data at all you want to enter. So it's ready to receive data. Lastly, we have the formula bar. The formula bar is where you view and enter data or formula in your active cell. So this is our formula bar. This long bar here is our formula bar. You can see my cursor. This long bar here that has 2000 displayed on it is our formula bar. So what formula bar does is that whenever you click a cell, it displays any data that is contained in the cell. You get? So this is I just clicked this. I made this cell active. Remember what we talked about, active cells. So it displays the data that contains in this cell. So you can see $1,500 is here. So it's displayed here. So that is actually what formula bar does for you in Excel. In this tutorial, we have covered the essentials of navigating Excel interface, which includes the title bar, the ribbon, working with sheets, and Excel. I hope you will explore Excel. If you don't have a laptop yet, you can download WPS in your phone and explore Excel. It has Excel. All these features are contained in WPS Excel. I hope you got value in this video tutorial. In our next video, we'll be diving on how to work with formulas and do some calculations. So stay tuned.